Well, CoastLife, when it comes to tackling some of the heavier topics in life, things like addiction, it can be hard to do, and a lot of people have been affected by addiction of various sorts. And I think, an alcohol addiction is one that a lot of people have seen or experienced themselves, and it can be hard to talk about. But I think there's life on the other side, and we like to celebrate that life on the other side. So telling us about the first Soberfest for Sussex County is Dawn Fisher, and you're an advisory board member for Soberfest and Attack Addiction. Tell us about this event that you guys have coming up, because it's important.
Yeah, so I lead the Sussex chapter, and we're hoping this will be our marquee event with Soberfest. It's really a way to bring the community together, celebrate recovery, help folks have a view on hope in recovery, and also take a chance to educate the public around just the disease of addiction and how much support people need as they go through that.
Very much so. I mean, I think addiction, it was so stigmatized for so long, and I mean, it still is. There are a lot of people that don't view addiction as a disease and, don't really know how to help their loved ones through it, or, don't recognize when maybe they're enabling a loved one through it. So I think having an event like this where there's a lot of resources to educate the public is great.
Yeah, we have more than 30 vendors who are coming to help support, and in recovery, it's really important to make sure that your network is not even just the people you live with, but that there are other things for you to do. And you're right, one of our biggest goals is erasing the stigma, because folks, there is still a stigma attached to it, and talking about it and being around a bunch of people who are also in recovery really helps folks who are living it in today's environment.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely. I mean, I think we live in an area too that has so many breweries and social drinking. I mean, it really is such a big part of, I think, our culture here along the beaches, because you're on vacation or you're by the water and you're just a few. And I mean, that can even be how it starts. So I think it is hard for people who are struggling with addiction, especially in alcohol addiction, in this area, to find people who have a similar story to them, because so much of our culture does involve a drink in hand.
Of course.
Yeah, and at Soberfest, we're going to have bounce houses for the kids, craft tables for the kids. We've got 2 bands, the Girls Room and the Leftovers, who are coming and donating their time for us during the event. So they'll be able to listen to music. We've got food, along with all the vendors. And then there's a cornhole tournament that's being sponsored by Oxford House. So lots of fun stuff for families. You can bring nieces, nephews, anyone that they want. But it's a great day to just have some good fellowship.
Yes, family-friendly event.
Yeah, and it's so much of what we like to see at events all the time, right? It's just normally, maybe you'll have a beer there, and this one just doesn't.
Right.
Perfect.
It's nice and easy.
Exactly.
And no pressure to feel like you need to have some in hand.
Yes.
So I think that's really awesome. So when and where can people check out Soberfest?
So attackaddiction.com is our website. It's going to be at Hudson Field on September the 14th from 11 to 3.
Perfect.
And bands will be playing from that entire time. There's an ice cream truck that's coming for the kids between 12 and 2.
Fun.
So lots of fun, and our vendors will be there the entire time.
Perfect. And is this something that people need to buy a ticket for ahead of time, or can they just show up?
They can just show up. They don't need to buy a ticket. Bring a blanket and a lawn chair to listen to the music. We will have tables for eating.
Yes.
But there will be a whole grass area for where the band is.
Fantastic. And if people want to learn more, maybe see more resources, where can they learn more about Attack Addiction?
So attackaddiction.org is our website, and lots of opportunities to get involved. We need volunteers for Soberfest. So my name is Dawn Fisher. My email is right on the website, as well as our Facebook page that has, both in Sussex County and in Newcastle County, has all the information about this event.
Awesome. And Dawn, before we let you go, I know you are looking for volunteers for Soberfest. What inspired you to get involved with Attack Addiction?
So my sons, I have 4 children. 2 of my sons are in long-term recovery. Wow. My oldest son has honored me with 2 grandbabies. So I have 2 beautiful grandbabies. My oldest just turned 4 yesterday. Yay. So red hair, blue hair,
perfect.
Fire. Yeah. But there are signs of hope and recovery. Tyler Armstrong Keister was who Attack Addiction was started for, and he was my son's best friend.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I think a lot of people do have a personal story and a personal reason to get involved, so please do.
Yeah, well, we're excited for your sons. It's a great and hopeful story, I think, for so many other people who are going through what your family maybe has been through and what so many people are going through right now.
It's good to talk about it.
And we're glad you can. Thank you.
Yes, and one more time, that website so people can get information and show up to Soberfest.
Is attackaddiction.org, and we also have a Facebook page, Sussex County chapter.
All right, sounds
Awesome.
good.
Well, make sure you check that out. But we do have some more CoastLife for you to check out when we get back. We're talking some more events that you can get involved in to give back to our community.